When a young white person is unhappy, he or she may take part in drug abuse.
I like this show.
Unlike our people who share in nature's beauty in times of greatness. Although the indulgence of these medicines, what the white devil refers to as drugs, are illegal, a citizen of the white man's world can easily get his hands on these drugs. The white monster likes that its citizens are taking part in drug abuse, as long as they do it behind closed doors, locked inside their houses. The white monster's control over these people has a much stronger hold when they are abusing these medicines, where there is no healing, and leaving them caged in their homes, watching soul-destructive television. The victims of their own civilization have become brain-dead and powerless. The only energy they may have is to get processed food from their local, evil, corporate fast food chain, which contains poorly processed food from livestock that was tortured and poisoned, forced to eat their own excrement and remaining flesh parts of unused meat from their brutally slaughtered counterparts. This food contains poisonous chemicals, leaving the consumers ill and powerless. The white monster allows its younger people to deteriorate in their households with television and drugs. They like to demoralize their own people, gives them power. They don't want their own youth to realize how powerful and beautiful each of them are. For every single person that saturates into nothingness, one last person they must worry about. All it takes is one person to change the world. The young youth, victims to the white man's way, become bored with nature's medicines.
Okay.
Fuck are you looking at?
You're crazy.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
For their constant abuse has left them numb by its effects.
No.
They then resort to other medicines that bring a negative effect.
Fuck you!
I hate you.
And did you hear about Susie Thompson?
I really am not shocked.
They were doing drugs.
Another mystery of the white man's world is the moral code of nature's creations. Let's go back to the story of Adam and Eve. Old ancient mythologies of the white man say that Eve tempted Adam with the forbidden fruit from the tree of life. This tree contained all the knowledge in the world, and when Adam and Eve ate from the tree, they did become one of great knowledge. Much like our people who consume of the great herbal blessings created from the ground, we free our mind and thoughts. Although knowledge was gained by Adam and Eve, they were punished by Yahweh. They were cursed for taking from the tree with all the knowledge in the world, and told that only the word of Yahweh was the only knowledge that they should be open to. The word, which is in a book. The white man has incorporated this philosophy into their way of thinking. All knowledge is in a book with all the rules of how to live life. These books have led to many other books, which have led to the destruction of the natural world and resulted into the white man's industrial, material world. A world that brings one as far away from nature as possible. A material world that has left millions of people consumed in nothingness, leaving them empty and in despair, like Susie here, who was guided by materialism and left to hate herself and depend on others for her happiness. because she could never see herself as beautiful and powerful as she really is. Susie, who has allowed her hate to permeate in her blood, has become ravenous and violent and decided to wait for her abusive lover Bobby to fall asleep. The unhappy white woman decides to vent her anger by taking away from her lover, then one thing he cherished the most.
You like to slap me around, you son of a bitch? Say goodbye to your best friend.
Ah! You're crazy.
When one is consumed in a violent, obsessed world, they too will become violent when faced with difficult obstacles. But not all will follow this path. Some of the white race will break free from their chains that were locked onto them from birth, like Johnny and Sally.
What is this stuff?
Oh, Johnny, I'm scared. Your hand is growing.
Unsure of how to handle its power, the visuals, unlike anything they've seen on television, can be a little overwhelming. But once embraced, they go through a phase of self-discovery.
Hold me, Johnny. Feel my body.
The book says that the naked body is shameful.
The next step is
It's
unleashing
beautiful.
of the destructive soul and the
Body is
embracing of the
beautiful.
beautiful soul. Although most of the white civilized world would think this crazy, for once in their lives, Johnny and Sally will be the small few who have seen the world from a different light. This emotional release will allow them to embrace the laws of nature, to invite their animal instincts into their hearts and welcome these feelings. This freedom will scare her people, and they will make Sally seek help with her new self-discoveries. Her opinions toward the systematic world will scare her peers. There is no medicine this doctor can destroy her thoughts with,
Knowledge is not in a book.
because they are a part of her soul.
Knowledge is in nature.
Her heart has been freed with her free mind like our people once had.
Did you hear what happened to Susie Thompson and her boyfriend?
The doctors were able to put it back.
I can't imagine.
How's Sally doing?
I guess there is just some things that doctors can't fix.
Sally's freedom of expression and self-discovery will scare the white monster's way of life. They will acknowledge her as crazy until she decides to conform to their ways. But as long as they keep her imprisoned right on their doorstep and worked on with the best doctors, then there is hope for the civilized world. And if she escapes their claws of lies, then maybe one day the world will be at peace. If she decides to embrace her soul, or maybe she'll end up like our people.